This is a Sprite Exclusive 4SP. Going to take you around the van, show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your hitch, jockey wheel and handbrake, and we'll take you through these in person here on site. On the bulkhead, you've got the gas regulator and your two gas bottle tie downs, essentially there to to keep the bottles in place. Gas pipe work is available separately if you should need that. Side of the van, you've got your two wind down legs on either side of the front to stabilise the caravan, and they are just there for stabilising. You would never lift the caravan with these wind down legs. Then got your Truma heating flue, so essentially when your heating and hot water is running, the flue is on the outside of the van, and you need to leave this uncovered at all times. You've then got your water pump, very simple, blue trigger back, to push into the side of the van, to release, and the same to push it into the side of the van. You've then got your water pump pickup pipe that drops down inside the act roll itself. Battery box, we left the battery on to demonstrate the mover. That'll have to come off prior to you taking the van, and then we've also got our mains power lead coming into the side of the caravan. We then got our heating fridge vents, essentially there to allow hot air out the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. And then on the top of this one here, on the side of this one here, sorry, we have the gas flue also for the fridge system. Motor mover. Like I said, we'll demonstrate that while you're here, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts to the correct torque setting, so they are ready to go. So we do advise when every so often to check the wheel nuts just to make sure they haven't come loose at all. Grey waste pipes coming out the side of the van. Very simply, open up the cap flaps, put your grey pieces of grey pipe into the large diameter circle hole on the outside, and then they'll drop down inside your waste master. On the back of the van on this side, you have your toilet flush tank, so it takes 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. The bottom cassette is a toilet waste cassette, so you'll pull the orange handle up and pull the cassette towards you. The orange neck here will turn out so you can tip the waste away, and you've got the grey cap here, which allows you to tip the waste away through, and also it's a measure for your blue fluid. On the back of the cassette, you've got your orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. The cassette will take 1 litre of water and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. On the back of the van, on either side again, you've got wind down legs to stabilise the van, and again, they are only there for stabilising the van rather than lifting the caravan. On the left hand side of the van, you've got a storage locker behind the door which allows you access to underneath the bed. Then coming forward of the door, you've got a 3-pin socket so you can have 240 volt connected to the out to your awning. Locker for underneath the bed at the front, and then your barbecue gas point also. Going inside the caravan now, very simple and straightforward caravan to use. Above the door, you've got your main control panel with your main power switch on it, so you'll turn the power on. You've then got your internal lighting on the 2 switches here, and your awning light for outside of the caravan. You've got your water pump run, which we'll come back to in a moment, and we'll demonstrate how that works. To the left hand side of that, you've got your heating and hot water control panel, which again we'll demonstrate in a few minutes. So to fill the water system, first of all, you're going to need to open every tap up on board the caravan on the hot side of the water system. As you can see, tap is now open on the hot side. We're then going to go underneath the seat on the right hand side front of the caravan. As you can see, I've already filled the water system, but normally that would be empty. You're then going to make sure the yellow valve underneath the seat is parallel with the floor. If that valve is upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, then it'll actually drain all of the water out of the system on board the caravan. So like I said, valve parallel with the floor so you can fill the water system, valve upright towards the bottom of the seat to drain the water system down after use. So once you've got that valve in that position, you can come to the control panel above the door and you can press the water pump. The water pump will start filling the system up on board the van, and then when you have water running continuously out of every tap on board the van, you turn each tap off. So that is the water system full. At that point, we can then start warming the water on board the caravan. So above the door, you'll see the control panel for the heating and hot water. Press the first button that you come to, or the middle button here at the bottom. This one here. The first symbol that you see here on the left hand side is your room temperature for the caravan. So you can press the button in and then select the temperature you want it to be at. And to select the temperature, again, you'll press the central button and set the temperature. As you can probably imagine, I'm going to turn that heating off today because we don't need that is for sure. To the right hand side of that, you have your water heating. So you've got water off, water eco, which is around 35 to 40 degrees, hot, which is around 50 to 60 degrees, then boost for when you are showering. To select one of these power sources, you very simply press the middle button. As you can see here at the top, the water is now on the eco setting, so around 35 degrees. Next up, we have the amount of power coming into the caravan from the caravan site we're on. So you have gas as a power source on its own if you're off grid. You have mix 1, which is 1000 watts of power coming into the caravan and a mixture of gas at the same time. Mix 2, 2000 watts of power and a mix of gas at the same time. Electric 1, 1000 watts of power on its own. And electric 2, 2000 watts of power on its own. You select the relevant power source. So here, like here on site, we're going to run on electric 1. And that will be the heating and hot water control panel set up, ready to run from the power source you've asked it to. On the end here, you've got your option for your blown air heating. So you've got blown air heating off, vent, which we're going to select. Then we're going to select the fan speed of what we wish it to be. If the heating is turned off like it is now, the blown air system will actually act as a cooling fan. So we're going to leave that on just to blow some cool air around the van. So essentially when you see the vents around the caravan, like the one below the sensor on the left hand side of the van there, that will allow cool air to come out of it. Down the bottom of this screen we do have some further options. We have timers for your heating and hot water control panel. We have the screen time for the control panel, and on the end we have some advanced options which we advise you read the manual for. So that's your heating and hot water and your control panels above the door. The next thing we're going to go to is the fridge itself. So power on. Very simple to do. As you can see at the moment, we're connected on mains power. To control the temperature of the fridge, you have the button on the right hand side here, which allows you to change the temperature of the fridge while it is in use. If you want to use gas as a power source, obviously you'll need to have a gas bottle connected for this. It will self-ignite on gas as long as the gas is turned on and the gas system is bled. And to do that, you'd need to ignite the hob first and let the gas get through to that particular point of the caravan. Again, on gas, you control the fridge temperature on the button on the right hand side. You can then also use a 12 volt battery. So if you're towing down the road and you want to use the fridge as a cool box, so when you get to site the fridge is nice and cold, you can select the 12 volt mode, and as long as you've got the right power connection on your car, then like I said, it will actually run as a 12 volt fridge on the 12 volt electric from the car. If it fails to ignite on gas, it's going to do something very similar to what it is now. So as you can probably see, it's flashing the red light here and the 12 volt symbol. It will actually do the same on gas if it does fail to ignite. Turn the fridge off, you're going to press and hold the power button, and that will turn the fridge off. Microwave, hob and grill. Microwave 240 volt, only going to work on the 240 volt system, will not work on 12 volts. Below that we have our gas hob, grill and oven, and again that will work off the gas bottle with your igniter on the front. You will need a charged battery on board the van for the igniter to work. Underneath the bed at the rear of the caravan we have the storage area for underneath the bed and also the spare wheel carrying location. Going to the bathroom now, the last part of the caravan we're going to go through. On the toilet you have an electric flush, just here. You have a toilet full indicator light to let you know when the toilet waste cassette is full. The toilet seat turns for your convenience. You do need to make sure when you're emptying the waste cassette from underneath the caravan that the toilet seat is pointing straight across the van. Underneath the seat you have your grey waste handle. That grey waste handle needs to be pushed across to allow the toilet waste into the cassette underneath the van. If the toilet seat is turned or the grey waste handle is open, it will not allow you to remove the cassette from underneath the caravan. It has a lockout tab on there that will lock the cassette in place if that toilet is turned or the toilet flap is open. So this is the Sprite Exclusive 4SB. If you have any further questions on the van, please don't hesitate to call and we'll be more than happy to help. We thank you for the business and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect your caravan. Thank you for now. Bye bye.